In this video, I will share with you the different types of soul contracts. And I'll also talk about how to use soul contracts to heal and align with your soul. And also with soul contracts, you can feel more empowered when you really learn how to utilize your soul contracts for your spiritual growth. Everything we do on the earth plane, is all about soul growth. It's not about anything else. It's not about the cards. It's not about the women. It's not about dancing. It's about soul growth. We're here for this amazing experience. So when you are looking at soul contracts, you want to ask yourself, what awareness am I receiving through this soul connection? For this video, I'm going to mostly replace contract with agreement because you are making agreements with people on the other side. It's not a contract written in stone and you can't change it. These are flexible, malleable energies that you can navigate. And why we have these soul agreements is to help us grow, to expand our consciousness, to experience this 3D world. So you're here to gain clarity through your experiences and through your challenges. So who doesn't challenge you more than your soul family? We're all here to challenge each other, to bring us more into alignment with who we truly, truly are. Thing is that unfortunately in our world, victimization is a big piece of our experience here. And after the thousands of people I have worked with, I've never met anyone without victim energy. You can deny it. You can pretend it's not there. You can make believe that you put like pretty stickers on it and that it's all pretty, but you probably have victim energy. So the thing is, you want to transcend the blame, transcend the victimhood. We don't want to blame other people for our lives. You did this to me. You did that to me. Well, when you said that, you did da-da-da. And what happens when we do that, we actually disengage with our own soul connection. We disengage from our higher consciousness. And I bet you're looking to connect more with your own higher consciousness. Thing is, you do have to take responsibility for your choices, for your experiences, no matter what those experiences are. I love when people always tell me, well, it was them, they victimized me. And I get that. Like, yes, maybe somebody beat you up. Yes, they victimized you. Thing is, it's not about that moment of that victimization. It's who are you being now? How are you transcending that victimization? What are you aware of? Where have you come to soul growth through that experience? Because you have a choice right now how you're going to respond to someone else. But if you're responding in a negative way because they remind you of your mother, then you are not aligning with yourself, with your higher consciousness, with all that you are. So you want to become really aware of your soul contracts, your soul agreements. You want to reflect on what has happened in your life. Meditation, connecting more with your own higher consciousness, noticing that they, whoever they are, aren't doing this to you. You are having an experience. And most of us, yes, we're having a shared experience. So if I get upset with my sister and we are having this interesting interaction, I'm making a choice every moment that I change my energy, how I project my energy, how I speak to her. I'm making those choices, but many times it's an instant thing that we do. We instantly go into you're doing this to me mode, and we're not growing from that. So you want to be reflective. Look at this. Really think about what's happening. Go into your heart, not about what they're doing, about you. Because this is a shared experience and you are just as responsible for this experience. The thing is, you want to transcend these karmic soul agreements. When you transcend them, then you have more availability for so much more to happen in your life. You manifest faster. You're more in alignment with your mission. You're not sabotaging yourself or feeling stuck. And one of those ways to do that is to work with a spiritual teacher or guide who's really going to help you see through your own egoic needs and false identity pieces that are keeping you from really aligning with your higher consciousness. What I see often is people think these soul agreements are there to make them feel better about themselves. Unfortunately, it's almost the opposite because they're there to help you grow, to connect more with who you truly are. Now, the thing is that you can empower yourself within these soul agreements. It's very easy to do that if you are willing to really take a deep dive into yourself, into your shadow, and notice when you are projecting your issues on others. Often I hear people think that a soul agreement is all about these romantic partners. But the thing is, you have a soul agreement with everything. You have a soul agreement with your friends. You have soul agreements with family. You have soul agreements with lovers. You have soul agreements with your dog. You have soul agreements with your cat, your phone, your computer, because it's all about relationships. So these soul agreements are here to help you understand your life journey, your life purpose. Because ultimately, you want to transcend these energies and empower yourself. And in order to do that, you do need to take responsibility for the things that you have done in your life, the things that you are experiencing in your life. And this really aligns you with your soul so much more than you ever could understand. When I watch people's energy, when they go, wow, I realize my part in this situation where I created this, they transcend their victim and they are brighter and their hearts really open, their clairvoyancy opens. It's because they align more with their soul. When you align with your own soul, you feel more enlightened. You have a lot more compassion for everything in the world. You have compassion for other people. You have compassion with the person that really kind of screwed you over. All of a sudden you're like, I forgive them. I feel more of a compassion for them. That's empowerment. That is the evolution of your soul. And if you really want to align with your soul and be more connected to that compassion, that love, that openness, that expanded energy, I have a divine love meditation that I think you'd love. It's all about giving and receiving love. It is a very high frequency energy to raise your vibration and open your heart and show you how to give and receive love, because that is part of the universal language of giving and receiving. And so many lightworkers, starseeds, spiritual seekers, they are amazing at giving. Giving's easy, so easy. But receiving isn't always as easy. And this divine love meditation is designed specifically to help you open your heart and receive more in your life. So in order to receive the divine love meditation, just go to melissafeick.com/love, and you can see the link also below. There are so many different types of agreements that we make with our soul friends on the other side before we incarnate. And one of those agreements are usually a healing agreement. That one is all about healing and growth. Most of the time with these healing agreements, they involve experiences and opportunities that create a lot of difficulty, strife, pain, all those different things. They really, really challenge us. But they challenge us to help us grow, to help us heal and release past frequencies or old traumas from any time at all, whether it's a past life or current life. So all of those triggers are specifically put right in front of us for us to go, wait a minute, I reacted, maybe I overreacted, maybe I underreacted. And what was that really about? And when you take time to reflect on that, to connect your heart around that, to transcend it, then you are actually transcending these agreements. When you transcend those agreements that are there to help you evolve, then you accelerate your growth. These agreements involve relationships with people that challenge or trigger those unresolved emotional situations or emotional traumas stuck in your energy field. And it really does get stuck. I've seen it millions of times. It's like this energy, and it could be like from a specific trauma, or it could be traumas over and over and over again that actually trigger the same thing over and over. And remember, a trauma is not, I beat you up. That's not a trauma. I mean, it can be a trauma, but also traumas are very, very subtle in energy. It's anytime the body felt unsafe. So you could walk into kindergarten and you felt unsafe in that moment. That could get stuck in your energy fields. So those relationships are there to help you heal the pieces of you that are holding you back from completely aligning with your higher consciousness. Another type of agreement that you may have with someone is all about personal and spiritual growth. Now, this agreement can be with anyone. They do not have to be part of your soul family. They could be with anyone at all that you might come into contact with. So it's all about evolving the soul, connecting more with your higher wisdom, recognizing your own inner voice, not the egoic voice. It's all about the growth, the expansiveness of you, helping you move beyond your comfort zone, to see through the illusion that you've created for yourself, to help you recognize that, yeah, I'm more than just this physical being. And because this is all about evolving and transcending those lower patterns so that you can evolve, so you can expand, many times the growth agreements kind of push you beyond your comfort zone. It's not always the place that you want to go, yes, running to. It's like, wait, I feel uncomfortable. I'm not sure about this, because it's pushing you to grow bigger and more connected with you and whatever's in alignment with you. It may help you with new talents, new skills, new opportunities for connecting to spirit. It may help you in your business. So these growth opportunities that we have, they could be with relationships within your life, family, friends, coworkers. They could be people that inspire you or mentors in your life. It can be someone who inspires you through a book or a video or a meditation that you do. So these inspirations can come from anywhere. It's all about the relationship that you have with yourself, because the more you grow, the more you expand, the more in alignment that you are with your higher consciousness. Now, why do I keep on talking about aligning with your higher consciousness and not about like your boyfriend? I'm saying this very specifically because you are not here to just have a lover. You are here to experience and to grow, no matter what that looks like for you. Since everything with soul agreements is about a connection, a relationship, not every relationship you have is with a soulmate. So guess what? I'm getting to the juicy stuff. So let's talk about soulmates. Now, you have contracts with soulmates. Your soulmates are your soul family. They're people or beings that you have incarnated with many different ways, many different times. Now, if you're a starseed and feel that you are connected to like the Palladians, you have soul family on the Palladian system. And you have soul family here incarnated in physical form. And this is a connection. It's an energetic understanding that we're going to experience this experience together. Now, some of our families didn't come and incarnate here. So the person that you think is your ultimate soulmate, they may not have chosen to incarnate at the same time as you. Or maybe it's your father or your cousin or your best friend. So you never know where those energies come from. Now, I don't believe that we have like one soulmate that's going to give you everything you've ever looked for. Soul family is a really unique opportunity for growth for us. And it's weird because I think so many people think that if they figure out their soul mate or their twin flame, then they're going to have lollipops, rainbows, and unicorns for the rest of your life. But I want you to take a step back. Guess what? We live in a world of duality. What is this polarization duality experience? It's all about the extremes. So unfortunately, whether or not they are the most beautiful soulmate that you ever could dream of, they're still going to trigger you sometimes. They're still going to push your buttons. If you are looking for one person to fulfill you, I would really love to encourage you to start looking at yourself for your own fulfillment, for your own love. And then, my goodness, the people that will come into your life will only support that energy. Don't try to complete yourself with this perfect partner, because if you do that, you will never feel complete, because completeness is within. And all soulmate agreements is all about helping each other. How can I help you evolve? How can I help you do what you came here to do? Maybe it's to catalyze you into a huge breakup. And now you're like, wait a minute. I sat for a long time hoping this person would complete me. But guess what? I guess I just have to do something else for me. And then you feel more empowered. You feel more connected with yourself. You feel more in alignment and happier. Then guess what? You are more in alignment with your soul. You're not here to just be in these amazing romantic relationships. And hey, I'm not saying you can't have that, because of course you can. I see many people with those relationships. And I would love to encourage you to also work on yourself, because if you really want a healthy, happy relationship with anyone in your life, including all your family, all your friends, all your coworkers, you have to do the inner work. I mean, that's just what the soul growth is all about, your inner work. So let's talk about twin flame. Now, before you get upset with me, because I may push you beyond your comfort zone with this one, but hear me out, just hear me out. So the twin flame is all about you are one soul, but then you were split. And that's that whole split into masculine, feminine. So in alchemy, what happens is we are one soul, and we start to incarnate, and we split that energy into masculine, feminine, right, wrong, up, down. It's all about polarity and duality. Thing is that we didn't actually split into just two souls. So we have this oversoul. The oversoul is split into 12 different souls. Those 12 different souls are considered like your higher self, your higher consciousness. And then from your higher consciousness is also split up into 12 more souls. So technically your soul is split into 144 different souls, which means that you have many twin flames. That could be your daughter. That could be your best friend. That could be your lover that, cheated on you. It could be anyone. And this is not just your only soul family, by the way. We also have offshoots of our soul family. And the thing is that if you're looking for one person to complete you and to make you whole, you're going to be doing this for a long time. I would love to encourage you to become whole within yourself. And then when you do that, you bring so much more to any relationship, including a twin flame. But a twin flame doesn't always mean a partner. Let's say I decided to incarnate as a woman, and my twin flame, if I only had one on the whole planet, and they decide to incarnate as a woman. But to be honest, I'm kind of heterosexual. So that would just be my best friend, not my partner. And I wouldn't feel whole until I had my partner? Hell no. Empower yourself through that. I understand that you want to have someone that you feel like you connect to. And I completely understand that. Start with yourself. I know that seems kind of ludicrous to a lot of people because they want this other person. But why not? Play with it. See what happens. Try to complete yourself first. And that will really expand your consciousness and line you with your higher self. And hey, I am all about live and let live. If you want to go search for your soul, twin flame, soulmate energy, I'm good. I mean, that's good. I'm happy for you. And I also encourage you at the same time to also learn to respect and love yourself enough that you are so whole that you bring more to the table when you meet your person. Remember, the twin flame idea is all about that duality that you're split into different beings. And you're already split, by the way. You're split into different energy factions, meaning like your higher consciousness and your body mind and your egoic mind. They're all split into different places. I bet what you're really, really looking for is a very healthy relationship where you feel honored, you feel respected, you feel loved, you feel supported. That's what most people are looking for. And when you can feel whole and start healing the pieces of you that don't feel like you are loved or in support or feel good about yourself, that is going to help you. So start healing those pieces within yourself. Because if you are looking outside of yourself for someone or something to complete you, you are never going to be satisfied. Now, yes, I see some amazing relationships with many, many people, and I have worked with thousands and thousands of different people. But I could tell you, even the most amazing soulmate match, they have their challenges, they have their difficulties, and they have their growth opportunities within that relationship. The next agreement that we can have with people is a kind of a cool one. It's all about working toward the same goal or the same mission. So we have this agreement with people that we will work together toward something. These are usually relationships with people who share the same values or the same visions. This can be all the way from a nonprofit to working with certain animals, or it can be a mission of healing for the earth. Look, think about this. We may have a shared goal with some people that we are not even aware of helping the earth with their grid lines, helping the collective expand their consciousness. We may not even know them, but we have a shared mission. And because we have a shared mission, we are connected. And usually with this shared vision or the shared mission, it's usually part of your purpose as well. And of course, a purpose isn't like I have one purpose in my life. It's all about like everything that you are doing that aligns with your higher consciousness is part of your purpose. These shared purpose agreements that we have with people really helps you develop your leadership skills. It helps you learn to work collaboratively. It also connects with whatever your soul is like bursting to want to do. This doesn't necessarily mean the way you make money. It can mean also just when you meditate, you just send love to the earth. Can be that simple. It doesn't have to be really complex. And that's one of the things that I see a lot of people do. They make their soul connections really complex. But a shared purpose agreement is a really interesting way of how we are all working together toward the same goal. And especially if you are a light worker, a starseed, spiritual seeker, someone who is actually really on their spiritual path, you probably have a lot of shared goals with people, a lot of these shared purpose contracts type of things. And because of that, you are here to help accelerate the ascension from 3D to 5D. And now we're going to bring everything around because I'm going to tell you the most important soul agreement that you have. And that soul agreement is with yourself, with your own soul. You agreed to have certain experiences, to have growth, to transcend lower frequencies, to transcend your karmic patterns. You came here for your own soul evolution. And you had certain things in place for your agreement for your soul growth. I can't tell you how many times I've been reading people's Akashic Records, and I will say to them, you think that person was placed there to really activate you and trigger you and make you mad and everything else, but they were your catalyst to help you get on your spiritual path. And there's this interesting agreement that I've seen with many people on the other side that have said, hey, friend, right? Whoever that is, that soul friend they have on that side, you said, hey, if I get to the age of 33 and I am still in my ego and still trying to be this identity that doesn't really resonate with my soul, wake me up, catalyze me, push me to the brink so that I can transcend the lower frequencies and be more in alignment with my own spiritual evolution. And those are the things that have opened you up to evolve your consciousness more and to put you on your spiritual path. And sometimes we have those agreements, and they are usually not the easiest agreements. They could be that somebody could pass, or someone destroys your family. I'm being dramatic, but you know what I mean, like big blow up, business gets shut down. So many things that seem detrimental. It's for your soul to wake up and to help you be more on your path. So I'd love if you left a comment below and told me about what soul agreement you are working on right now. I'd love to hear from you and hear about that. And if you did not watch the first video on soul agreements, please watch this video here and make sure you subscribe. And I send you so much love and light.